One more time. We're back again, family.
I wish we could do this.
We got the delightful, the diva, the decolate, the dominant, the.
What'd you say one show?
Oh yeah, I can't remember. You're interrupting me. I'm trying to do something. You messed up my flow.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
The diva, the daring, the dominant, the dashing. Iman Amir is back with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
She is here. She is back. So we're going to do our piece, our next generation conversations. We're going to do that today. So what's been going on? We've been missing you. So the people ain't seen you for a minute. What's been going on?
We've been in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to close out 2020 with.
Trying to close it out.
Been working hard.
Been working hard on Sundays.
Yes. Early mornings, late nights. All that.
Yeah.
Life's good though.
There you go.
Dodged a couple bullets this year, but we're just gonna let all that play out in life, and then it's just.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Just grateful.
So now I know you have a good monologue. I know you got something.
I just wanted to talk to the young ladies.
Okay.
We can't expect CEO attitudes, mindsets, and behaviors from bums. Okay? They don't go hand in hand. Learn that. Yes, you can help elevate people, but you can only go so far. And we have to listen to people when they don't want our help. So if you're dealing with a dude and he's telling you, thank you, I don't need you, or I don't need your advice, or you've done enough, or you've done your part. Can't force your accolades. Yeah, you can't, push your beliefs. You can't push your practices on them because they're not ready to receive. And I read something today that hit home. It said, you are the total package. You're just at the wrong address. Whoa. I said, that's been the last 5 years of my love life. So that just really hit home. It was just to hear the words put like that. It was just a lot. So I want us to remember that we can't expect CEO mindsets, attitudes, and behaviors and lack of discipline and consistency from bums. Now, if he wants to change, he'll change. If he don't want to change, he's not going to change.
And then he or she may not be a bum. They just may not be ready for that elevation.
Right, that's what I was saying. Yeah. Right. So that's why I inserted that quote where it was like, you're the total package, but you're at the wrong address. Somebody ordered you, just not that address. Keep it pushing.
There you go. That's the one thing with young people. Y'all just definitely need to stop being so serious. Like, understand, if you are 25 to 28, just hypothetically, if you're 25, that means 7 years ago, you were a teenager. Understand that. You only 25. You were a teenager just 7 years ago. You got to relax. This stuff comes with levels. It's not really about a mentality more so than experience, because you can read all the books, you can get all the knowledge, you can get microfiche, you can get jump drives, you can go to the library, read the whole library, you can go get encyclopedias, you can go on YouTube, you can Google, you can do everything you can do. But until you walk it, and you can't talk it. Until you done lived it, you haven't experienced it. So you have to be careful about speaking on things that you have no experience on. Some stuff just comes with time. So I just want young people to understand that y'all all in training in your 20s. You are in training. Relax. Don't take yourself so seriously, because you're not going to think at 40 like you do at 20. So give yourself room to grow. That's it. Just give yourself some room. Give yourself some room. So we talked about your 10-year reunion, right? when you were in high school. I told you it's gonna fly by,
It's a
right?
year away, really.
You couldn't see that then, right? But now here we go. You was like, Dad. She was like, Dad.
10 years ago, I thought I'd be married with 2 kids.
Exactly. There you
go. Nowhere
right.
near that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm yeah.
When I was 22, I got married to your mom, and I thought we would still be married. Of course, I didn't see this day. I didn't see us doing a show. I don't even, do social media like that. I don't really do attention like that. So here we go. I mean, you just never know, so they say never. I'm really a private person. So anybody that really know me, it's kind of weird to see me doing it. People who watch the show, they'll say, well, no, he looked like he's pretty comfortable. No, I'm comfortable with people, but I'm a very private person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
to say
that was your monologue.
Yeah, we gotta calm down. We can't save everybody.
So my monologue is, it's really tied into that. And it's funny because I didn't know you was gonna say that.
You never did.
I didn't even know you was gonna have a monologue, first of all. But I learned that my charity creates my enemies.
And I got that from both of y'all. So
I learned that I give to people and I think that they appreciate it. I don't give with intent to receive. I don't. But when I give and I need, and I've given to you on a certain level,
it's hesitation.
I don't want to hear that. I don't care what your problems are. I need you to get that done. So I'm going through that right now. My charity has created me some enemies. It's like people who I have helped for free to my detriment to spend my money and time. And then they're upset with me. I won't understand that. I need somebody to call in. I need somebody to send us an email. I need somebody to leave something in the comment section and help me with that. I don't know how helping somebody, giving them what they ask you for,
right,
when they ask you for it, will make them upset with you. I don't understand that. So that's my monologue. So I had to put that out there. Been going through that for the last 6 months.
Save everybody.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to save nobody.
I know. I was just speaking. That's a very general statement to both of our monologues. Yeah. Can't save everybody. Everybody don't want to be saved. And I think specifically for me, I speak for all ladies, but I've taken fun times and turned them into situations when they should have just been. They should have just been a fun guy. But I took it as
I thought you said fun times. Okay,
right, fun times, and I made it into a situation. So we vibe, we having a good time. The chemistry is there on certain levels, but hello.
Hey, what's going on, wifey?
But long term, they weren't good for me. Or giving second chances to people that should have just been a conversation. Oh, hey, okay, you messed up. I respect that. Cool. But I can't meet you where you think you at. Like that type thing.
How about you tell the ladies to have a check the box? So like if you say he just a fun guy.
Right. But when our emotions get involved, that overrides.
So but you then.
And then we think about our wedding, our friend telling our friends.
Okay.
We can help him grow. That's why I was saying, like, we can't save everybody.
So when you check the fun guy box, though, when you check that fun guy box and your emotions get involved, what changed?
We did.
So how can you expect for him to change?
Right, but that's what I was leading into.
Okay.
We gotta stop blaming them when we really should be going internally, like, why did I take this more seriously than I said I wasn't going to? So if I just said, oh, he my 1030 type dude. I get it. He just my 1030 type dude. How did he become my regular dude that met my family? Like, we have to talk to ourselves. And literally, ladies, you gotta hold each other accountable. Like, if your friend say she wasn't going back to him, you gotta be like, sis, I'm not here for this.
Talk about it.
Because this is your 4th time saying you're not going back to him, but you still going back to him. I can't be that friend. And my friends know. If you, my friend, and you saying you finna do something dumb, they look at me like, and they hesitate. Like, I know you not gonna approve. I'm at a point, I'm like, live your life. I've said what I needed to say to people in my life, or lack thereof. If you're not in my life no more, I've said what I needed to say. So you already know that if you like, oh, well, he ain't ish, or he, you
When you get
know,
done. Wait, finish it up.
or we not gonna work out. He not the one. And you text me, oh, I'm leaving his house.
That ain't never happened. You making that up. Ain't no woman
That's
did
cool.
that. Ain't no women doing that.
But just know that it's gonna there are cycles. And I've had conversations with guys from my past, like, what do you mean a cycle? You know exactly what our cycle is. So let's stop playing. Like, we have to stop encouraging stupidity within each other.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So you okay? Yo, no, we're gonna get back to that. Okay. Go ahead, because I was gonna talk about what you talked about. Go ahead, because it's along the lines of here.
Hey, girl, what's up, Tata? So correct. Even when it is clear, we know better. Once the emotions get involved, we change the contract. Then have the nerve to get mad when we are reminded. Exactly.
Shaking my head. We can be a trip.
SMH. We can be a trip.
So back to what you said now. Roller coaster. Like what she just talking about what you just said.
Right.
So I was going to try to connect to what you said into that message that wife just sent. Like you have to make them, when you say accountable, go back into that what you just left off at before you started reading the comment. You were saying
we have to stop encouraging stupidity with each other.
And so when you hear a sister, like, you know, there's some stuff flying around social media. I'm not going into that, but there's some stuff going around social media. And, you know, you can't light my house on fire and then talking about when I started shooting at you. You lit my house on fire. My family was in there. Yeah, I'm going to shoot at you. So like people now want to go past the obvious, you know, offense first and then go into what I did to somebody after they offended me.
Right.
And we got to, so women have to, that's what I want to speak to. So to what you said, to what, you know, wifey's saying, I just want y'all to make sure that you convey that thought to the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to stop saying, yeah, we have to stop saying men ain't ish when it's when it is two people.
Right.
Like no one's, we don't ask our friends, and this, I'm probably gonna get backlash whenever we blow up or something, but why did he cheat? Or why did your man say what he said to you?
But stand on it.
Right, because people aren't holding accountability. If you call him a B word, you call him ain't ish, you call him all this, and you're provoking him, it's like poking a bear. When bears are in hibernation, people know. You don't go anywhere near that bear, because if you wake him up, he not finna just look at you. He's going to eat you. So what you think you're trying to, what's a term? When you think you're not provoking somebody and you really are, and then when they release that anger, then you like, what?
Well, to the level of your violation.
Right. So
do you understand the level of your violation?
Tata said, start being accountable for the effect of the cause. Exactly.
There you go.
Like, if he storm out and don't come home for 3 days, why are we not telling our friends that?
Oh, no.
Like, we not telling them, oh, well, he went through my phone and I was cheating on him with John Boy. But she like, oh, he left. Blah. Here he go. We don't ask questions between each other. It's just like, oh,
no
girl,
accountability.
Right. Oh, girl, leave him. He ain't nothing. Right. But it ain't really nothing out here. So
leave him and go do what?
Right. If you got something good, like we would say, when you got something good, hold on to it. Why are we not talking? Like, I've been in group chats where it was just nothing but bashing. Like, I just can't. And I started asking questions like, did you have anything to do with that? Well, but no, that ain't the point. It is the point. Because that's like saying, if you come home, your house on fire, and you realize the stove was on.
Let us know y'all on YouTube. We see some numbers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No.
Yeah, let us know you're here.
Yeah, just wave or throw a thumbs up or something so we can recognize you.
So it's like, I would say me specifically. I don't know how big people are into astrological signs. I'm not really 100% into it. But I do know that there are some characteristics that apply to certain people born during certain times.
Yeah. Miss Krista, what's going on?
Hello. I'm a Pisces. I'm a very peaceful person. Do I have my moments?
Until you poke the bear.
Until you poke the bear. Now, we give you chances. We say, hey, stop. Territory. You know, it's like those warning signs when you are in very, very, very bad construction areas, or, you know, like 15 miles ahead, construction workers, 10 miles ahead, construction workers. Fine if you speed. People are warning you, don't provoke me, because if you do, there are going to be consequences. And people don't realize that there are consequences for
your
everything.
actions. Absolutely.
Good or bad. When you wake up, you have a good day and you smile at people.
Newton's law, equal and opposite reaction.
You know? So it's like, or if you ask the universe, God, you know, whoever your belief system is, for wealth or more business orders, and then you complaining, I'm tired.
Right.
I don't want to go through this.
You don't know.
What? I'm confused. You don't get both. You can't get both. I remember, you know, getting ready for my pop-up shop. I couldn't not do what I needed to do to prepare for this.
Right.
Because I asked for that. So I could not have what I needed.
And there's some stuff that you couldn't see.
Right. And it was literally, I had to make one store run 2 different days because I forgot. Or last minute, you know, Walmart or other store runs. I asked for that. I wanted this, and this is, you know, to what is it? Too much is given, much is required. So it's like that with relationships. You can't want a good relationship, per his last post, and not work at it.
You can't miss the steps. So that was the last. So if y'all didn't see the last video, y'all should check that one out. I used a linear,
which we both aren't good at.
Right. But listen, no, y'all gotta understand. We both are bad at math.
Now we'll get it done.
Right.
But it's gonna take us.
But so we both got good grades, but we were bad at math. It's a thing. So I had a linear equation up on the last. So that's 122, video 120. Excuse me, video 121. And I had a linear equation up, and I was like, no matter what, how good you are at math, once you get one of the steps wrong, the sum is going to have to be off. If you get one step wrong in a 20-step problem, then in the relationship, the sum or the outcome is going to be wrong. So that was that last post. But to what she's saying, her and my wife, they have seen men and women. They've looked at it differently because they come to the forums. They get to hear people talk. They get to see people respond. They get to see the aftermath. And they know people will say one thing and do something different. Totally. So that's just experience again. So when people call me and they talking to me, you saying one thing, but I'm hearing something else. Because I have an experience. This is what I do. It's like a calling for me. I would go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's like that with relationships. We think we're saying one thing.
Yes.
But we're really saying something different.
Communication is.
So it's like, if I'm saying, this is, you know,
Auntie, what's going on?
Hey, Auntie. If you're saying I'm tired or I can't go to sleep, that really translates to I want to talk to you. You know, pick up the phone.
There you go.
But we also have to communicate with our partners instead of being
thinking they're gonna read your mind.
Yeah. Or broad. Let's
Telepathy.
be specific.
Yeah.
Hey, I would like to talk to you on the phone. When you're free, call me. And then we can't get upset at people if they don't have time for us. Like I keep seeing these memes. It's like, you never really liked me if you don't text me back in 60 seconds.
Oh.
I mean, it's people believe that, but they don't believe that. But some people really are. I used to, and I will admit this, I used to equate the amount of communication to the level of you liking me. And that does not work for mature, elevated people because they have things to do. And like this situation, like he had a child. So it was not just me and him. It was, he had other things to do. Like it wasn't just like, oh, let me text him on each step of the day. It was like, I have things to do. I like you. I said that I like you. I show you when we're together that I like you. But to me, it was just like, oh, well, if you don't respond in a certain amount of time, then obviously this is not working for me. That was the lack of maturity on my part. So we just have to be specific. We can't expect people to read our minds.
Men don't think like women. We're the direct opposite of you, and vice versa.
And or your lady, if you a lady and a lady, people don't have different backgrounds. So I had to learn that people weren't raised like I was raised.
Right.
So they don't think how I think. So common sense to them might be like, why you doing that? Why you thinking like that? Like to me, texting good morning or saying good morning to people is normal. But if you don't, they might not have been raised like that. They might not have had a loving family to do that to or with. So you have to take all of that into consideration. Especially 2020 has taught people that people are going through hidden battles.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to take into consideration about other people's lives and don't take it so personally.
There you go. It's not about you.
It's not about you.
They ain't think about you. They
Right.
ain't process your situation, your position, your understanding, your perspective.
Right.
They didn't.
And we're emotional, and they not emotional. So we might be spazzing out, and they like, I don't get it. And so their lack of understanding comes off as lackluster, and then we get mad. But just communicate. Hey, babe, I'm PMSing, for example.
Ooh,
I'm just having a rough day.
You got to say that because he just think you own one. Yeah, because when you're not PMSing, sometimes she still be on one.
True. Yeah. Let's just communicate.
Yeah.
And even when you're not happy, like it's okay to say, let's try a little harder in this area. I'm not happy. That type of thing.
So I have to say this because we've been talking about the ladies. So
yes.
With the brothers, so what I have learned, the ladies have taught me in my research is I hear the brothers saying they looking good, they tall, they long and strong, they go all night long.
Who, the guys?
They do, yes.
Okay.
This is what they're saying. And then when I'm talking to women, 60 to 70% of the women are saying they're not satisfied with what's going on at home, in the kitchen, in the garage room. So 60 to 70% of the women tell me that. So I'm in the barbershop and I have to understand that somebody ain't telling the truth. So the women don't know each other, but it's a consistent message. So the guys have an advantage to tell that lie, and the women don't, because it's a consequence for them.
Too.
Women don't
Girl,
really
I got
gain.
that wop.
Right? Right. Oh, I see. Yeah.
No, see, he is not telling his boys that.
Right. No,
ma'am.
And ladies, we gotta address an issue. When it comes to the JJ, hygiene is huge. The yoni. I'm sorry. When it comes to the yoni, hygiene is huge. Like you can be beautiful, you could be rich, but if the yoni is
lackluster, we'll use the word lackluster.
If it tingles a nostril or two, how about that? That's a problem. Just saying. Right. And women in the salon don't talk about that because I never heard it. Women don't ever say that. They always say, well, he don't want this. What's wrong with him? Something might be wrong with that. Trust me.
Or if someone brings it to your attention, it's not negative.
Y'all got to hear our background.
It's
not hilarious.
Tata said, can't be smelling like deviled eggs. No.
Man, what you talking about?
Wow.
Or a fish boat. I'm sorry.
Right. But so it's when I'm really big on it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I'm all about delivery. And have I been perfect in that area? No.
Okay. No. I'm sorry.
But if you're dealing with someone that's mature and they care about you and they bring it up, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna stop dealing. Right. Constructive criticism. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna stop dealing with you. It's just like, hey, I've noticed something and it's kind of off. It might contribute to your diet. It might contribute to all these Black and Milds y'all be smoking.
So I want to ask a question to the ladies while we got it. Ladies, how do we constructively criticize a Black woman? I want y'all to type that in. How do you constructively criticize a Black woman? Constructively. Okay, go ahead. So I can send this to the brothers. Go ahead.
No, I'm letting them think about it.
Yeah, finish what you were saying because you was wrong. I interrupted.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
It's just, everybody don't have WAP. Everybody's not great in the bedroom. People need to learn their place. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you long and strong, don't mean it's good. Just because you fine, don't mean that your yoni is intact. So we gotta start being honest with people. I think that's what we. If 2020 ain't taught you nothing, is to be honest with yourself and the people around you. But that's accountability. If you don't got that, I don't know what to tell you. Tata said each woman is different and you can't approach everyone the same way.
Oh, we're trying to get an answer so we'll know how to approach the problem.
I think it's across the board.
Yeah, in general.
I think it has to start with our female friends. Let's not address the guys because it has to be accepted first. We have to be used to it from it to come from an outside source. Go ahead.
The females aren't sleeping with you.
Well, no, that's what we're saying.
Oh, okay.
It's not the message. It's the messenger.
Okay.
Like, you learn that from having daughters.
I know that.
Right. So if we in our friend groups and she like, oh, I got that. Wow, I laid it on him. He went straight to sleep. He probably went straight to sleep because he don't want to do it no more.
Or he probably had to drink a lot just to do it. And then the drink kicked in and he was tired and then he went to sleep.
This is true.
Oh, it happens all the time. Yeah.
But I think that we need to confront each other first before an outside entity comes in and speaks on that. Does that make sense?
Okay, so no, not to us, but okay. We respecting you ladies tonight. Yes. On behalf of the men in general, I'm going to say we're going to listen to y'all tonight on that.
And I could be wrong.
But okay, so let me say this.
I could be dead wrong.
If you are a woman that's trying to get a man, you don't control the market. You don't control the narrative. We do. If I'm a man and I'm trying to get a woman, I can't go to men and tell the men to tell the women how to speak and approach us. Y'all like what y'all like because organically you want what you want it how you want it, and that's y'all dictate that market. You don't get to tell us how to approach you because we are going to be consistent. Y'all know that men are consistent on a certain level. We visual, we physical, we sexual. Y'all know that. So when you say, oh, I need to talk to the ladies about that, I don't understand that. But we got to respect it.
Miss Candace said,
okay.
Oh, Auntie chimed in. Here we go. Okay, so she said to turn to a trustworthy female friend first. First of all, she has to be your genuine friend.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
You don't know.
I'm learning that.
You don't know nothing.
In relationships, be sweet, but be honest. Ended by saying, I would hope you would rather hear it from me than be talked about from others who may not tell you.
That's deep.
That's loaded too, though.
Yeah.
That's very loaded.
That's deep, though.
And then Auntie Sandy said, ask her how you can make it right, then compromise. I think she's talking to the men. But you have to listen first and be open.
Okay.
And I think it's
see, this is where we're running into a problem. Auntie, wifey, you don't get to dictate the market. He's doing the choosing. He see you in the Kroger. He see you at the church. He see you in the car at the light. He is looking. He's going to choose. He is not going to wait on you and what you think. He's going to assess it from his perspective. The same thing with the ladies. She's going to assess him in the Kroger. She's going to assess him at the light when she's looking out the window of her car. She's going to be assessing him. He don't get to dictate how she should move. This is where the problem is coming in. Okay, say it. Which side, me or Iman, Auntie? Because like the ladies got to understand, no matter how you think, no matter how you feel, we are failing. Okay, I'm talking about us men and women. Okay, as Black people. So she just said, okay, I don't even know. Auntie, I don't know where you at. You gotta catch us up with you. So we are talking, but we're trying to read what you're saying. So when it comes like me, if I'm out here, when I met my wife, she dictated what was right and wrong with me. I couldn't get in her head. We just talked about this last night, right? We were standing outside and I was showing her what I went through when we first started talking, and she got the idea of what I was going through. She didn't get to dictate what that was. Okay, wait. What is she saying?
She said if he is also going to think at this age, if she ain't in tune with her body, walk on by. Some people don't have the resources. Like some people genuinely don't know what good hygiene is.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't taught that. And so I posted this the other day and I said, dealing with more mature men has taught me that they can check you without making you feel insignificant or less than, and then they're going to teach you and put you up on game and then love you.
Yeah.
And it's not like
that's it. There you go.
Maturity comes with accepting what he or she is saying,
right?
Internalizing it, not getting upset because they are really genuinely coming from a good place. It's not like, oh, you like I've dealt with, and we're on the show, and I've dealt with people that use the word or the phrase, "Are you stupid?" First of all, that's a boy talking to you. If they're even asking those kind of questions in an argument, regular conversation, or whatever, that's not a man. And we have to, every time we talk about these deep conversations, we have to understand that there are levels. Men, when we say, and we watched a video about this,
boy,
right? Okay, but I don't know the source. I think they were in London. They were somewhere in Europe, and it was 4 sisters, and they kept saying, "Men ain't ish." And I told my dad, I said, I can't even watch this because it was a conversation about boys and they kept using the word men, right? So when we say men ain't ish, you're not dealing with men. You're not dealing with mature adults or individuals. You're dealing with boys and young people because the situations that you're going through is what immature young people do. It's just level up. Like, if you're dealing with somebody older, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be very specific with you. I get off at this time. I got to do this after this time. We can link at this time. Ain't no, well, let me see.
Right.
Ain't no maybes.
Yeah. No.
Ain't no, well, how about?
A man ain't doing that.
It's literally, maturity is saying, I am going through life calculated. And it's not a whimsical, it's not a fly-by thing. And it's just maturity. So when we talk about men and women, we have to understand that there are levels. So if you can be 35 and not know what good hygiene is. Most people really don't know how to take care of their bodies. We just, in middle school, we're taught that pyramid of food, portions, and half of us don't even follow that anyway. Some people think that a healthy lifestyle is a fried chicken salad with ranch.
Oh yeah, extra
like extra ranch, please.
Bacon bits.
And if you're in the service industry and you get a table and they look like us, you might as well go ahead and get 10 ramekins of ranch because I'm telling you. So we can't assume that age equals maturity because it does not.
No.
Tata says, if I run across a woman who doesn't have good hygiene, I just keep it moving. That wasn't a snack for me. Got you.
Oh, so Tata's a brother.
No.
Okay. No. Okay.
What are you? Stop.
Okay.
Okay. Tata likes ladies.
Okay, that's what okay.
And she's beautiful.
All right.
So yeah. If we speaking on hygiene, most people don't know what good hygiene is. Like they don't even know, they don't go to the OBGYN. Most people running around here with STDs, STIs, don't even know it. So if that's the conversation, you're welcome, honey.
And let me address that, Tata. That's my bad. Appreciation and respect to the sister. All right, let's do that.
So I think I just think this whole conversation sums up accountability, maturity, and trust. To sum all it up.
There you go.
Accountability, trust, and maturity.
But we still trying to find out how to dialogue with the sisters, because the sisters are saying go to another sister and talk about a man and what a man wants and what a man thinks. That's where the problem is going to come in for us.
But how do we break because you've given this example before, since the playground,
Mhm.
we are taught that technically we are the superior.
We are setting y'all up,
right. That's what I'm saying.
and that's not cool.
But how do you go back to that? That's like,
We're talking about it now as mature
no,
adults.
I'm saying,
There's no Easter Bunny. There's no
I'm
Santa Claus. There's no
saying
Tooth
for
Fairy. But we told
the
y'all that.
spectrum.
Yeah.
Everybody's not on this mature level. We got to
Right.
talk to people, you know, that aren't there yet. You just got to know it. You know, it just, things feel different when you're in a different environment. Like, I'm not going to tell on myself, but there are times that I dealt with older guys and it was drastically different than someone in their 20s posing to be mature. Okay, because that's the difference. Posing to be mature and mature are two different things. So we have to, I think the conversation needs to start with, how do you feel you're doing in the relationship?
What's the point? What's the point? I mean,
towards men. Men ask your ladies
okay.
or your significant other, how do you think you're doing? Let them grade their own paper
First.
and right
There you go.
to see where they at, because they might
And make them write it down
okay.
because they'll try to change it. So men and women,
He loves that.
yeah, don't, because they change.
We're gonna write this down, or I'll
Right.
text
So
you.
write it down still, because a lot of people say stuff that they don't mean.
Mhm.
So they want to try to change it after they think about it because it doesn't make sense in real life, in real time. It sounds good in your head, in your headspace, but when you actually say it to the person and you put it in context toward that situation, it doesn't make sense. So make them write it down first. And then after y'all both write it down, they should write down where they think they are, where they think they're strong, where they can improve. And the man and the woman need to do both of those. And then that list together and see if y'all could check off some boxes and make some corrections. That's a healthy way to do that.
Right.
Okay.
Or depending on what level they are, baby steps.
A lot of people don't even know that they're in trouble.
Right.
So
or on the brink of getting broken up with.
Yeah. Like some people get blind. You heard them say it. I don't know what happened. I just woke up one day and they was gone. No, they didn't just leave.
So, and okay, right. So moving so moving into that, like, how do you, when you do, so, you know, I think our generation, you know, I think Tata can speak to this, is that when we're in a relationship or situationship, whatever we calling it, entanglements, whatever, but specifically relationships, when we do break up with someone, are closure conversations a real thing? Like having a conversation after you break up?
With your generation?
Yes, for
I would
closure.
say no. I don't see y'all doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
But that usually ends up in extracurricular activities for people. So it's not really a closure conversation. It's just like it's a temperature check. Tata said, yeah, not anymore. It's wild out here. It really is. It's,
no doubt.
It's
the wild, wild west.
It's like everybody is posing.
Independent individuals.
And it's not even individuals. It's just like no one is really working on relationships.
Right. I'm sorry. When I say Tata, when I say individuals, like it takes two people to be in a relationship. Okay. You can't do it by yourself. Mm-hmm. So when I say if you're an individual, the I, me, my, and mine's syndrome, you can't just do it by yourself. That's an individual. Mm-hmm. It takes a us, we, ours, and us, we, ours to be in a relationship. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because scarce out here. And again, if you find something good, hold on to it, work on it. But then we come from a popcorn generation. So if they're not making us happy right now,
right,
we're not looking at the long-term gravel road that are relationships. It's not all paved roads. Ain't no big
delayed
machine,
gratification.
Right. Ain't no big machine coming in front of you, smoothing things out. No. Like I remember specifically, Auntie Sandy. I mean, because you already knew this because you've been married and you are married. That there are going to be times that you don't like your partner.
Absolutely.
You have to acknowledge that, like, and understand that every day you're not gonna want to probably be married or be in a relationship. But if that's your person, you know, and you love that, I think genuine love is unconditional, and people like to put conditions on love.
Right.
Or conditions on relationships. Like, if he don't have this before I first meet him, I'm not dealing with him. I'm pretty sure a lot of women have missed their husbands or wives because they weren't put together in that moment. Who really is? Like, millionaires had to struggle. Well, some millionaires had to struggle to become millionaires. So it's kind of like the Tyler Perry movie, Acrimony. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's great. Basically, the storyline is he had this invention and he knew that it would work. When he got put on, it was going to be huge. But through the years, they got in debt trying to finance his dream. And one day his opportunity came and he sacrificed everything for this opportunity. And she basically let him go. And right after that, he blew up. Kind of like, how do you compare that? He won the lottery 4 times. And then, you know, she felt like she was entitled. I can't tell you, but it's great. We can't expect perfection when we're not perfect. How does that work?
That's it.
That's puzzling to me.
We need to.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, you was doing good tonight. Per your prescription, we need to wrap it up. Per your prescription.
You know, sometimes you got to give people what they want.
I don't know who you talking to.
Everybody.
Oh, I was talking about the time. What are you talking about?
Right.
So
this was good.
You
know. Blah blah. Here, I'm finna get an earful when we get off the air, y'all. All right, go ahead, close it out.
We want y'all to take this. We want you to test this. We want you to try this. Take it to the barber shop and take it to the hair salon. Take it to the job and take it to the church. Remember, you don't have to like it, believe it, or understand it. Sometimes you just got to stab them with a spoon. This is the clip of the whole crowd.
Bye, y'all. That's funny.
So fake.